All right, hey everybody. I'm here with 951 Music. They're getting ready to interview Lance. How you say it?
Mishleau.
Lance Mishleau.
Yes.
He's going to be performing on Friday the 27th at 951 Music event, and we're going to have a little conversation and figure out a little bit more about
Awesome.
Lance.
Cool.
So how's it going?
Good. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be able to do this and to be able to do that concert in Alberta on the 27th.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were just talking. Why don't you just kind of share a little bit about your background in music?
Yeah. Well, how far back do you want me to go?
Let's take it back to the beginning. Like what? How'd you get into music?
How did I get into music? It was
Yeah.
actually because of my brother. My brother plays, give him something with strings, and he'll have something making sound good, like, for a concert or whatever, in
Yeah.
an hour. And he started playing instruments when he was really young, and I was in 8th grade, and I used to love playing sports. I grew up like playing little league, and like always had like football or something in my hand, and I loved it. And I thought that was something I really kind of wanted to go forward with. And then in 8th grade, I actually dislocated my shoulder,
Oh man.
and I used to be able to throw a ball far and like really athletic and stuff. And after I started dislocating my shoulder, and since then I've dislocated 2 more times.
Yeah.
And so that
Same
sports
shoulder.
kind of enveloped, yeah, same shoulder. And so, but that same time, my brother was introducing me to music, and he actually I give him a hard time because the parents didn't want to buy him any more instruments, but they would buy me one if I was interested.
Nice. So
And
he would use you to get more
so
instruments.
yeah, he didn't have a bass guitar. I said, Lance, you should play bass. And so I started out. I got my first bass on like a Tuesday or Wednesday, I remember, and I ended up playing special music at church that next weekend.
Okay.
And he told me what to do and how to do it to play with him, and from there, music was born inside of me.
Nice.
And I ended up going to a different school, starting for high school, Christian school, and I started that freshman year of high school playing bass in the worship team,
Okay.
developing my talents, playing with my brother. Ended up going to another school my senior year, and I bought a guitar, same guitar I have now,
Yeah.
and got that because I wanted to develop a worship team at the school I was going to be going to,
Okay.
and which was really awesome. Went there, developed a worship team program.
Mm-hmm.
It was just an awesome experience, and continued to play music. Started 2 days after I graduated high school. I went actually on my first music tour. So I grew up in
Wow.
Wisconsin, actually,
Oh, really?
originally. Yeah,
From the Midwest, huh?
from the Midwest.
Nice.
Yep. And proud of my heritage, where I've come from was Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I love my Packers and stuff as well.
Man, I don't know how this is gonna work out now. I'm from Detroit.
Yeah.
And,
Oh,
the
really?
Lions.
I respect them. And I believe they should be better than what they have been.
Yeah.
They've got some talent pool, I
Yeah.
feel, and I think this next year in 2014 they're going to be something to.
That's
to
what I'm
reckon
hoping.
with.
We got
Yeah.
some good leadership coming in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm hopeful for this season. But I'm not gonna get my hopes up just yet. But
Right. Yeah.
but-
I just ended up buying actually yesterday morning some new Packers shirts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm already on like Packers.com all the time. Watch for the next season. Can't wait. But
Nice.
anyway, so getting back to so I went on my first tour 2 days after I graduated from high school,
Yeah.
and went down to Tennessee, Illinois, Maryland, Wisconsin, and New York.
Wow.
And it was something that just kind of hit me from the inside. It was my first experience, like taking a whole summer, like going on a tour.
Yeah.
And when I came out, I think I was kind of burned out. And I was like, oh my goodness, like, I don't think I picked up an instrument for maybe a month or two after
Yeah.
that, and it just didn't do a lot. But then, I was like, wow, like that was a really awesome experience, and I want to do more of that.
Yeah.
And so ever since then, I was playing bass on that tour, and it's actually, we were in a band called The Cause, and then I
Okay.
ended up taking that band and becoming the front man of it for
Nice.
several years to come. So every summer during the school years, I ended up starting college, and all the time I was just doing music.
Okay.
And for the next several years, doing all those musical aspects, I ended up playing music in close to 30 states, into Canada and into Australia.
Nice.
And so it was like, just kept going. But where I went, I graduated from college. I went and that was my senior year
Mhm.
of that at the college I was at. I went to 5 different colleges as well
Oh,
too,
really?
which gave me
I
an
would say,
interesting.
where'd you go to school
Yeah,
at?
I went to a school in Wisconsin, Michigan, Maryland.
What school in Michigan?
It was called Andrews University,
Okay.
is what it was,
Nice.
and so that's so Wisconsin, Michigan, Maryland, Australia, and then Nebraska.
Okay.
And so I got
From Australia to Nebraska.
right, yeah, way different,
Yeah.
Completely different.
That's
All
cool.
great experiences though. Everywhere I
Yeah.
went, I just felt like I was on a journey, and I just really honestly felt like
Yeah.
God had His hand in everywhere I went. People were like, "Man, are you just going all over the place? Like, like can't just decide." And I just like, no, like I was at every place for a reason, for a purpose,
Yeah.
and growing me. And where I was my senior year of college, we actually connected with the school, and they would actually sponsor us to go play music
Nice.
because our demographics were the same. We were appealing a lot to teenagers
Yeah.
and to youth and everything, and that's who they were trying to get the attention of as well.
Okay.
And so we actually combined the ministry, the cause, with the college called Union College, and so we actually had the cause at Union College. And so they would fly us all around the country, and
Yeah.
for the summer they'd give us a 12-passenger van, and I had my own trailer, and we would just go. We'd go coast to coast. We
Yeah.
hit up New England and all the way from Massachusetts, like Connecticut, Rhode Island, Maine, all the way to Seattle,
Nice.
down to Oklahoma and Tennessee, and everywhere in between.
Yeah.
So it was an awesome experience.
Yeah. Man.
And when I was done with the college, we had signed with an independent label back then as well,
Oh,
which
yeah?
got me continued playing music after I graduated college.
Yeah.
But then my student loans all came due,
Yep.
and some reality hit. And so long story short, I came out to California. I was doing music and touring and ministry and different things. And then my vehicle, actually, I should say this as well too. So at that same time I came out here, my bandmates, my drummer in the cause, he was Japanese, and he went back to Japan.
Okay.
When he came back to America, he ended up going to music school in New York.
Okay.
And
What school?
I really don't remember. I wish it was upstate New York.
Yeah.
Well, then he changed. He ended up changing his major and everything, but that's what he came back for.
Yeah.
But he was a sick drummer,
Yeah.
Hiroshi Oda, and then at the time, electric guitarist and bass player were still going to school in Nebraska, and the electric guitarist was pre-med, so he had a goal of being a doctor.
Man, so it's just like everybody was all in different places.
All in different places, yeah. And so he had a dream of becoming a doctor, and that takes a lot of dedication, but
Yeah.
he knew it was something he could attain.
Yeah.
And so I was out here, and I ended up, because like I said, with the loans that came due,
Mm-hmm.
I needed to have a regular job,
Need to pay
consistent
those
income,
bills.
pay those bills. And so I started doing that, and so I did that work for a while, but it kind of just still doing some music, but kind of taking a break a bit
Right.
from just hitting the road hard and
Yeah.
everything.